This video will demonstrate how to create sales invoices in QuickBooks. Using the practical exercise, the task is to create an invoice, or invoices. In this case, we look at the first one. The customer is Castlemahon Co-op. We're given the invoice date, the invoice number. We're informed that we have sold 5 rectangular tables at a price of €135, plus a delivery charge of €100 to Castlemahon. Let's bring this into QuickBooks. Bringing up QuickBooks, on the home page, we are now entering a new area, and it's the customer section. And this is where we're going to go to the icon that says create invoices, where we create an invoice for a customer, and we're going to receive the payment later. Click on the icon create invoice, and it brings us into a new form. This form will prompt us to design the actual layout, but we can just turn this off, click OK on that, and that message won't appear again. We have a template here, and all the relevant information is put in this case. Starting from the very top, we'll just say the customer is Castlemahon. As we have this created already, it autofills, so we just click on tab on that and the information comes up. Again, we can ignore the invoice template type. The key information is the date, and in this case the date is the 2nd of the 1st, 11. The invoice number, we're told, and again shipping and so on, and purchase order number is not relevant in this case. So we continue using the tab key to get the cursor to the line in the body of the invoice where we're asked for the quantity. In this case it's 5. The item, again, we know that the item is rectangular table, but if we're not sure, we can click on a drop down list here and we can see RT, and the full description comes in as rectangular table. At any time you can point and click your cursor and you can put in additional information as and when required. The rate is at €135. This is the default that was set up when we created the item in the previous task, and the quantity times the rate will give the full amount of the goods. It also applies the VAT rate that we set up when creating the item, and that's the rectangular table information put in. Click on the tab key to bring the cursor to the next line of your invoice, and this is where we're putting in the extra invoice of a delivery of €100. Again, quantity, not necessary if there's only one item going out there. But again, we know that delivery, maybe just type in D and all the items beginning with D will come up. We have one. Delivery, it's another charge as set up. Click on that and delivery is there. Again, if we want it, we can put in to a particular address. Again, this is relevant in further invoices. We can put in additional information here. When we set up delivery, we had a 0 item in the price. So again, now we can change that, and any item with a price can be overwritten from the default. So we put in €100. And again, the VAT rate is set up as standard. So the items are entered in, the VAT rate is shown separately, and a total of $937.75 is the total amount of the invoice to Castlemahon Co-op. Click Save and Close to save this and exit the Enter Invoices, or Save and New to continue on. Save and New. And we're ready to enter the next one. At any time we can click on Previous to bring us back to the previous invoices, and Next and so on to go forward as well. If we want to look at a particular customer, we go to the home page, Customer Center, and again highlight Castlemahon. And Castlemahon, you will see the invoice. For this financial year, we have accounts $937.75. We can highlight it, double click on it, and it brings us back to that particular invoice. Hit Escape, and again we can look at a open balance. And an open balance in this case shows us 2 items that are open, showing the total amount. This means that these items have not been paid, or no customer payment has been received. Therefore, these are open and no closure has been put on these because no payment has been received. So to recap on that, You go Home, Create Invoices, and again put in the information as requested. When all that information has been entered, you will see that some of the prices have been changed, so just keep an eye out for that, and also additional information can be put on the body of the invoice as and when it's instructed. At the end, you'll be requested to prepare a profit and loss account and determine the gross profit for January 2011. This is how you create a sales invoice in QuickBooks.